சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க.
அந்த இந்த கேபிள் ரெண்டே தான் இருக்கு எங்க டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல.
பண்ணி கொடுத்துருவாங்க.
இப்போ பண்ணி தருவீங்களா? இப்போ 8 பேருக்கு மேல இருக்கோம் எல்லாரும்.
இந்த கேபிள் பிளானா?
ஆமா, இப்போ எல்லாரும் வந்துட்டோம்னா எல்லாரும் கால் சார் எல்லாம் சண்டைக்கு வந்துடும். அதை
சரி ரைட்டு. எப்படி பார்த்தா
இந்த பக்கம் பாருங்க.
is too low. Battery is too low. Start பண்ணிடுங்க. Camera ready. 100 வந்துருச்சு reach ஆயிடுச்சு 100. தம்பி ஆடியோ enable பண்ணிடுங்க. ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க. டைம் ஆகுது. 10 20 நிமிஷம்.
Okay.
பார்த்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க. Shall I start the program, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
நான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
Welcome to all. We take pleasure in inviting everyone to this 2-day training program on soft skills. So let us begin this session with the Lord's blessings. I now invite Mrs. Iris Punita, Assistant Professor of Computer Applications, to lead us in prayer. Participants, kindly bow in prayer.
Let us bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we came to you asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this. Give us the desire to learn new things and find ways to excel in our works. Bless this meeting today and all those present here. Share their intention to seek wisdom as the events of the day unfold. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion and fill us with your grace throughout this meeting. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Iris ma'am. I now invite Ms. S. Kansana, Assistant Professor of Computer Applications, to welcome the guests.
Warm greetings to one and all joined here. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for this interactive webinar session, Soft Skill for Corporate Success. Firstly, I would like to welcome our head of the department, Dr. J. James Manoharan, to this magnificent virtual seminar. Then, I wholeheartedly welcome our today's resource persons, Ms. K.R. Rahuri, entrepreneur, soft skill trainer, and Mr. Diamond Adlaga, master trainer and facilitator. I welcome you both to this wonderful webinar session. I welcome you both, sir. Last but not the least, it's my happiness to welcome our faculty members and students for this enlightening webinar. I assure you all that you are going to have a great time with us in the process of developing skills. Once again, I welcome you all for this remarkable session.
Thank you. Thank you, Kansana ma'am. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. I now call upon Ms. Soumya Rani of 3rd BCAA to introduce the resource persons.
It gives me great pleasure and honor to introduce and welcome our chief guest in this gathering. I would like to welcome Ms. K.R. Raghavi, entrepreneur, soft skill trainer, KRWIS founder and coach. She is a strong personality with a vision of empowering people to be at their foremost, an entrepreneur and a passionate trainer who believes in learning and keeps going in life to achieve maximum results. She believes in making people work together and embrace leadership. We welcome you, ma'am. Happy to have you with us today. And I would like to welcome Mr. Daman, international trainer, facilitator, master trainer, and mentor. He is an accomplished leader with 28 years of experience in BPOs, contact centers, customer service, hospitality, and conducting different interventions on leadership skills, communication skills, selling, and negotiation Moto Corp, WWF, MSF India, OP Jindal University, and BML University. He loves to conduct training sessions for all levels in organization. We welcome you, sir. It's great to have you with us today.
Thank you, Soumya. Welcome to the training.
Yeah, thank you.
Over to the research persons. Sir, you can take over the session, sir. Yes, sir. They're all muted.
Yes, Raghu, I can hear you. I am not hearing me and again, lots of noise coming in.
இதில் போகுது கொஞ்சம்
helps us much more better. So before we start going with the session, I would like Daman to have some energizing activity in case if that really excites all of us.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Raghavi, and thank you, Soumya, and all the head of departments and professors and even students. I would say that I'm really, really excited to be here today, and Raghavi as well. And I'm sure you're going to learn many things from here. It's going to be a game changer for all of us. So I just want to ask you, when you got up today in the morning, what was the thought in your mind? Anyone can answer this question. What is going to happen? What you had thought in the mind? Then, we'll do a small energizer on this also. What was the thought when you got up in the morning? Anybody can answer that.
So
Anyone?
guys, it will be very great if you unmute yourself.
If you can interact. Yeah. Anyone can answer. When you got up in the morning, what was first thought in your mind? How the day is going to go on? What was the thought? So who's going to answer that for me? Anyone can answer.
This is not going to cost you guys. It's just a matter of what happened in the morning.
Yes. What happened in the morning? First thing, when you got up in the morning, what happened? Were you happy today to be part of this session? If you're very happy, so let's clap. All of you should clap. I want all of you to unmute yourself and clap yourself. All of you. Really, if you're really happy. All of you unmute. Give a nice clap. Lots of clapping. Okay. Great. When you are happy, we also, we laugh aloud. Somebody cracks a joke, we really laugh. So again, unmute yourself, and I really want to hear your smile, laugh, whatever you can do it. So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. I want to hear a louder laugh. Start. 1, 2, 3. Unmute yourself.
I think
Okay, let me start.
probably a difficult task.
Come on, do that. 1, 2, 3. All of you together. Let me hear from you. Come on, yes. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Yay. I really want you guys to be interacting with me. Come on, all of you. Unmute yourself and laugh aloud. Can you do that? Or is it really cold? In Delhi, it is really cold. Still, we are laughing. Come on. Okay, no problem. So, I hope you are very happy. And this is going to be, again, I say, life-changing and game-changing session for all of us. And we are really excited. So, over to Ragvi. Ragvi, you can carry on.
Yes. Thank you, Daman. Yes, my screen is visible.
Yes, Ragvi, I can see your
Yes.
screen. What about others? Others can see the screen?
I'm sure if you're able to, rest will be able to.
Yes.
Right.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So guys, probably we had a bad luck. Maybe if there was a joke, you all must have cracked yourself. But still, see, energizing is something, it really doesn't require you to an element to start that action. It is about how much enthusiasm you have yourselves to start something, right? So that's where the idea comes here. That's where the communication plays here. If you're able to put in your ideas and the rest of the world is reacting to it clearly, that's where we have able to communicate it well. Now, I think we have called it as 21st century skill because right now we know there are a lot of demands when it compares to why technology is important right now. We all know that இன்னைக்கு வந்துட்டு எங்க பார்த்தாலும் ஒரு மீட்டிங் whether I would just like to put this in Tamil, we all are able to connect. ஒரு இடத்துல இருந்து நம்ம எல்லாரும் கனெக்ட் பண்றோம்னா அதுக்கு ஒரே ஒரு ரீசன் என்னன்னா is technology. And I'm very sure all of us know the importance right now. People who thought that, okay, why do I need it? Even in colleges, in schools, everything, education is running through technology, guys. So before that, I just want to applause to all the teachers and everybody who is putting their hands onto it, because this is a remarkable place where we all are standing today. And that's where I was just related to communication, because there is a lot of misinterpretation I would want to put, where I'm sure that rest of the youngsters here will be able to think about it. You all guys can put it in chat as well. If you think yes or no, you can put yes. If no, you can put no, or whatever it is, you can write, put it in the chat box. So when it talks about communication, a lot of us has a thought that the ability to speak foreign language and the ability to communicate well are two different skills. I would just say that there are two different skills. Most of us think that somebody who's speaking excellent English, somebody who's able to come up with an excellent vocabulary, somebody who's able to put a lot of words into their sentences and making it look very crispy and look very exciting is communication. I'm sure எங்கேயாவது நம்ம மைண்ட்ல இந்த blockage இருக்கும் that எனக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் தெரியல. If I'm not able to put my words properly in English, I'm not a good communicator. But I'm here to just put my thoughts here with my experience that the ability to speak foreign language is different from the ability to speak well. The ability to put your ideas forward. So என்னைக்கு நீங்க வந்து உங்களோட ideas, whatever you're thinking, and you're talking to, be it in your home also, be it with your friends, or be it with your colleagues or anyone, whenever you're able to communicate your ideas, that this is what your thought is, and the thought is passed on to the next person, that's where you're able to bring in a communication. Do you agree with me? If you agree, you can put yes in the chat box, and I'm sure I will be able to see some. Do you agree, guys? If you had a backlog where we thought that if I don't know well English, I think I cannot be a good communicator, but it's not that. You all can communicate well if you're clear with what you really want to deliver to the next person, what you really want to tell to the next person. So how do we improve it? And what is the need of communication? Everything in the world, everything which we do in our lives has a why in it. Yedukku pandro is the biggest question mark, is what I feel, rather than what it is, rather than how we are going to do is, but why we have to do it. plays a major role. If you know the why for anything, why are we eating? To survive. Why are we earning money? Again, for the survival and for our needs. Why are we studying? To get good marks, to get jobs, right? So you know that why am I doing it? So why communication? Now, in current generation or even before, if you're going for an interview, for example, I am so privileged because if my father was an ex-army, I was able to study in Kendra Vidyalaya, CBSC. So my fees were very good. So I had a privilege to study there, and with me, my friend has also done that. Same way, we all were friends. But when we went to an interview, so there are two different people had the same privilege to had the same education, moving further, studied well, got good marks, and got an interview call, say in an IT company. But both of us are going to an interview and giving an example where my friend is able to put his ideas in the front of the interviewer. He is able to tell what I am and why do I need this job and how can I benefit you and how can I benefit the company and how can I make it win-win for both of us. And if I lack by not telling that what I can bring into the table, what I can bring into the company, what will happen here? Definitely my friend will be selected. So what happens here is two people with the same set of skills doesn't matter, guys. It matters is how much you're able to put in your ideas correctly in it, whatever language it can be. I would not say it can be English. அது தமிழ்ல கூட இருக்கலாம், ஹிந்தில கூட இருக்கலாம், என்ன லாங்குவேஜ்ல இருந்தாலும் இருக்கலாம். ஆனா நீங்க எப்படி அதை வந்துட்டு கரெக்டா சொல்றீங்க, அதை எப்படி நீங்க வந்துட்டு you're very clear about what you want and why do you want and what you can do it for the other person matters more here. So good communication skills are a differentiator, I would say. It makes a differentiator. Does it make one? I'm sure it will if you understand why why you need it. Most of you are students here, I'm sure. So உங்க லைஃப்ல உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருச்சுன்னா நீங்க இது எதுக்காக பண்றீங்க, உங்களோட ப்ரியாரிட்டிஸ் செட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், அகைன் I'll give an example. Whatever we do in life is born is surrounded with the priorities we set. If my priority today at 10 a.m. was to join this webinar, I will be ready for it. If this wasn't my priority, and if my priority to sleep till 10 o'clock, imagine that's something laziness, and I'm okay with it. If you choose that I want to sleep today because I think I have worked 5 days hard, so today I don't want to. So what is my priority here? That I choose to sleep rather than to take this webinar. So that's where I would relate it. Even the simplest things makes a difference. And so I would just say that we need to really choose our priorities, whatever it is, be it English. If one of you think that, okay, to get this job, if I really want to be an English writer, suppose நீங்க வந்து ஒரு script writer ஆகணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க, and நீங்க வந்து அந்த இடத்துல வந்துட்டு and you want to opt yourself in Hollywood, what will happen? Just a simple example, for lame example. And உங்களுக்கு வந்து இங்கிலீஷ்ல தான் அங்க வந்துட்டு ரெக்குவயர்மெண்ட் வந்து உங்களுக்கு இங்கிலீஷ்ல, if you are able to learn English well, only you'll be able to write better script of it, because writing a script requires a lot of words, needs a lot of empathizing to what you really want to communicate, isn't it? So on the time what happens is you need to really set your priorities that I need to study well, I need to read, I need to learn. You can do it by any way. So every medium is different. Now if you really want to learn something, each person has his own style. If I want to learn it from looking at videos or TED Talks, or say suppose I want to read books, so I would say start reading books, whichever works for you. Understand, if looking at a Netflix series helps you to understand the flow of talking English much better, or to come up with new words, it will be helpful. Or if you think that reading books is helping me or talking to a friend is helping me, you need to choose. So set your priorities clearly. This is the second point I would like to say. So whatever results we get is from the life is based on your priorities only. Exactly. If you choose your friends before your career, what will happen? You'll be only surrounded with your friends only. You won't be able to achieve something else. So you need to balance. There is a life balance for everything, where you're choosing your priorities and making sure how you're able to bring in this thing. So why communication will relate to, I would rather than talking about the different things of communication, I think most important is how you can do that and what are the tips and tricks. So third, I would say words. we all know that the kind of words we use creates a major impact. Suppose, again, an example of talking in movies, you see that there are a lot of dialogues which really impact us. Recent movie of Surya, I would say, as most of your South Indians, and I am one. So Surya's movie have really made an impact. Most of the I can see the youngsters are putting status that how can I buy a second hand flight. So that's something really interesting, and it's so astonishing to look at the kind of results we get. So what happened here? The words, the action, the feelings has made an impact. So someone who's not able to speak also can able to communicate. Definitely he can, by the feelings, by the actions. So words also play an important role. So you need to really choose your words. Most important here is when you're communicating, you need to make sure that how are you doing it. All of us communicate, all of us say things in different way, but how you say it matters a lot, not lot, right? If you're saying something in a you want to communicate something to a person that please allow me, I cannot come this time. So if you say it in a rude way, it really conveys in different way. So you need to make sure that your communication is clear. Again, a funny example here, this I heard in a seminar. So there was a guy who went for a trip, and he was so excited. He went all alone, that he was so excited. When he looked at his surroundings, he was like, wow, this is a place I was waiting for. And he took this off without his family, after a very long gap of his busy schedule. So what happened, he messaged his wife. He took his phone brushly, and he was like so excited, and he typed, I wish you were here, right? So he typed, I wish you were here. But what really happened here is, in the excitement, he typed, I wish you were her. So the last word of here, E, will be missed out. So what happened here is, out of excitement, out of a lot of, I would say, the mindset also plays an important role. So what happened here is a miscommunication, which led to, I'm sure you all know what could be the story after that. His trip is gone totally, right? So we guys hardly laugh nowadays. You all know that in the generation, all your students, we guys are using a lot of emoticons in our phones. You people not laugh, you lol a lot, lol, lol, right? So we use digital hugs. We use different types of ways to show our emotions. So if you're a real communicator, you will be able to really show it to the other person. You'll be able to show your every kind of emotions. Even a right communicator will be able to show when he's sad, when he's not. It doesn't matter. You really need to come up with your ideas, be it successful or not, but to open up is most important. So I would say words is very impacting here. And there are three points which I would like to cover up here in the communication with an example which I gave so far. First one is, it sets you apart. I want you all to just write it somewhere, or maybe keep it for yourself. It sets you apart. It sets you apart. Second one is, it has power. When I said that words are impacting, what does it mean? It has power. And don't expect spoon feeding. Guys, this is very important right now. Today, everyone will tell you do this and do that. They'll also tell you how to do it. But end of the day, you really need to put your hard work. You really need to sit for yourself and make it happen. That's where you need to not expect spoon feeding. Don't expect anyone to come and tell you how you have to do it. You really need to be independent enough to take risk, have try and error. There is something called trial and error method. Whatever you do in life, give it a try. Don't think about whether it will fail or not. But the matter here is, you really need to give it your goal. So you will be able to develop your arts, and I'm sure all of you will know the 7 C's of communication here. So if you make sure that these 7 C's are applied in whatever you speak, it is clear, be very precise about what you really need to say. Keep it very clear and to the point, concise, concrete, correct, coherent, complete, and courteous. So what does it mean? If you apply these all points into your into any of your communication, into any of your work nature, or wherever it is really going to help you out. I really hope I'm connecting with each one of you. Guys, if so, you can type yes. So I think let me just ask Daman, what is your ideation here? Because we believe that every perspective will have its own recipe to it. So Daman, would you like to add something here?
Yeah, thanks, Soumya. I just want to say something that whenever we are communicating, it's important that the other person is listening to you. It's not hearing, because there's a difference between hearing and listening. So hearing means that somebody, hear from this ear and takes out. Our parents sometimes, tell us something. So we, oh, it's okay, fine. I know what to do and all. Sometimes we don't listen to them. So it is important that whenever we are there anywhere, like for example, you are here today and you are attending this webinar. So how many of you are really listening to it? I just want to know. Listening means that you should have your, mind focus out here and listening everything, and it gets registered in your mind. But if you're hearing it, you'll hear from this ear and it goes off from here. So it's important in communication how we do it. Coming to the body language part, again, there are sitting postures and gestures through hands people make it, right? So like quickly I tell you that, you have seen Donald Trump, how he used to talk. He used to have his hands like this, open hands, and talk like that. So that was something, you should have to control your emotions. And even I have seen people, they're very silent. Sometimes, if asking somebody something and if the person doesn't speak, we always say, oh, it means he's agreeing to that, wherever he might or might not agreeing. So you have to sometimes look at the body language of a person. Facial expressions plays a very important role, right? Whenever we are talking, we have to ensure that we see somebody's, looking to have an eye contact with a person. Because, I just give you a good example. My son was playing a video game and my wife told him, okay, don't play this game, man. What are you doing? He said, yeah, sure, mama, I'll look at this. So he was not looking at her. So look at me. I think you're not listening to me. So it's important, right? Ragvi, yeah, thank you. We can move to the next topic. Thank you so much, Ragvi. That's from my end. Yeah.
Yes, that's a real-time example, and I'm sure most of us can relate to it. Next, you all can see in the screen is self-motivation, which is really, really, really very tough to even think about it, especially in this COVID times. But how you are able to bring it out, how you're able to talk about self-motivation. So there is a lot of difference. I would just want to say that people who don't have self-motivation is not something wrong. Let us first understand, if you are not a self-motivated person, it's not wrong. Because I have my few friends and I have my few circle who are not a self-motivated person. For them, they really need a push. They really need someone to tell them how it is going to work. They really need someone to push them for setting their goals and make a plan and to stick to it and, reach to their goal. So don't worry about it. If any of you think that I am not a self-motivated person, it is not a problem. If somebody is saying that you have to be a self-motivated person, I'm telling you it's a myth. It cannot happen. Every person, every individual is different from everyone. So do you believe that we have an addictive generation today? Say to technology, say to mobile, say to how we are too much into our watching series, or too much into social media, Facebook, Instagram. I'm sure all of us agree that even I do agree. Like when I'm sitting into some social media, and I know that how the time passes away. So they have no clue what is happening to a person who feels that I am not self motivated and I have lost my thing. And in today, we also know people who come across depression but doesn't know that why they are depressed. We don't know the reason of why they are depressed. But we always say that you really need to be a self-motivated person. So why am I saying this? Because in today's scenario or places, we are born to too many distractions. We are born to too many things. We are born to competition. There is a lot of competition. First of all, you really need to make sure that first what you want in your life. Is it important to understand what do I want from my life? Do I want happiness? Do I want peace? And if I really want that, how can I do that? Really? So that matters a lot, rather than putting yourself that he has done that, so I have to do that. I need to do this. I need to bring 90% marks. That doesn't matter. These all are going to make you become very demotivated. So I really want to touch base the reality of what we are living in today's world. So motivation is external, guys. It is really, really external and temporary feel. But if you're a self-motivated person, it can help you to long last in whatever comes in your way. So question here is, you need to understand how much my self-esteem is. Even if you face difficulties across your path. If one day is bad, the other day is good, the third day is worst, and the fourth day is like, why am I living this life? You might feel this, especially youngsters come to a situation that they feel that they want to give up. So you need to understand that your self-esteem needs to be very strong. An example of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So I'm sure all of us like him. Um, you know that India wins, losses a lot of matches, but then if you see the man in the whenever he comes and talks, he will be very calm, composed, even if it is a loss or a win. What happens here is Dhoni's self-esteem is so strong. He is so motivated that be it a bad situation for me, be it a good, I'm able to be consistent. I'm able to move on. I'm able to think of what next. That's how life need to drive you. Need to make sure that உங்களுக்கு உங்க லைஃப்ல என்ன வேணும் அதை நீங்க யோசிச்சுட்டு if you're able to put your efforts towards that, you will be very very motivated towards you. So think, this is a very deep insight which I feel here is, if you think about why do you need this in your life and what is your agenda, what is your objective, you will be really motivated towards it. So I would say that we really need to be positive also here. This is difficult. Most of us say that be a positive person, which cannot happen, you know. So I would say we need to be optimist. Imagine if you're an optimist, it allows positive and negative days also. So so if I say I'm an optimist, what will happen? Today I got an opportunity to be here and talk to all of you, which is a privilege here. So what I would say, I've taken this opportunity and I'm feeling good right now, and I will feel good after this as well, right? So what happens here is, and I'm sure tomorrow can be a wrong day as well. The other day can be anything as well. But being an optimist, I can say that let me take a break today. Let me do it tomorrow. Take a break tomorrow. So I would say the tactics that you can be an optimist, because optimism allows you to the reality of life. You can be real with yourself. And what happens? You are making your choices here. When you make your choices, I'm sure you will not regret. If you're very clear with your agenda, if your mindset is clear, you will know that why you're doing it, and you will start believing in yourself much, much, much easier. And you can't see the bigger picture while you're sitting inside the frame. There is a saying that you can't see the bigger picture while you're sitting inside the frame. So you need to really go back and I would say meet the world however it is, and understand why do you need to keep your mindset cut and clear, because every day, every work makes it different. So today, if you're getting back, I would just say a small exercise where you can get back and do that. Write your 5 priorities of the day and see that in that 5 priorities, how much you have given to it. Did you give your 200% to it? If today you want to go back to your class and you want to say you have some assignment to submit, so did you finish your assignment with 200% of heart and soul to it? Understand that. And that's where, because every work is going to make a difference, and every work done with full heart and soul will make you more motivated. So I think I'm able to think here that you need to set your goal, make a plan out of it, get to work and stick to it and reach your goal. That's the whole idea. And the other slide is very clear, which we have spoken. What I want to do, create the picture, feel it, and that's where you need to have the driving force. Because if you don't know today what I want to do and how I can bring a change in my life, it is going to be difficult. And desperately wanting to it makes much more difference in your life. Think of these 5 ways that your work makes a difference, and I want you to take a piece of paper and write it down, which impacts you and how this is going to make a difference in your life. And while writing it, you will know that whether you have given your 200% to it or not. So that makes a difference here. I hope I'm connecting here and we are in sync. So getting back to self motivation. So believe in yourself. Anything is possible. If you're an optimist, you will know that tomorrow is in your hand. If things are in your hand, if you are in the control of your emotions, you can nail anything in your life. And whatever comes in your life doesn't matter at all. You will keep going on. So yeah, Daman, would you like to add on something to here? I'm sure with your experiences. Yes, Daman, do you hear me?
Sorry. So thank you, Ragvi. Yeah. So coming to motivation, I've seen people, they are self-motivated, and why they are self-motivated? Because they want to achieve their goals in life. They have set goals and they have priorities, like Ragvi said. And once we have our goals in front of us, we know how to reach to our goals. Maybe we have to, there are hardships coming our way, but ultimately once you reach your goals or once you reach your destination where you want to be, you feel very good about it. I just want to give an example. If you have to, there is a rose. So in a rose, you have lots of thorns. Now, if you have to reach the rose, you have to go through all the thorns and reach the rose. But the moment you reach the rose, you forget the pain of the thorns you get in your hands, or maybe, you are doing it because you got that rose in your hand. So which makes you very happy. Okay, I got the rose. Ultimately, this is a success. I got it. So similarly, I would say work for a cause, not for applause, and live life to express, not to impress. It's very important. All right. So Ragvi, over to you. Yeah.
Yes, beautifully said. So Daman, I would like to hand this over to you to carry forward the.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's my topic, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about. Can we go to the next slide, Ragvi?
Sure.
Thank you so much. I was really engrossed when Ragvi was talking, so I really forgot it's my turn. Okay, so let's see. Ragvi, can you share the screen? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so you would have been hearing this word leadership. What is leadership? And you have been hearing, he's a good leader and all. I always, before we start, I just want to say, who's one of the best leaders in our country right now? The leader which we look at and where we can really able to connect with him. Anybody can give me an answer. Write in the chat box if you know it. Otherwise, definitely I'm going to tell you that. I'll give you a minute. Just think about who's the best leader right now in our country. Who's heading the country? Who's taking care of the entire country, entire nation? Okay, let me see. Abdul Kalam sir, great. Any other one? Who's still there? I mean, he's still there. He is our Prime Minister Modi ji, Narendra Modi ji. So he's I would say he's heading the entire nation. He's got really, really good. Yes, PM Modi. Thank you so much. Great. Good answer. So absolutely right. So when we talk about leadership, leader is someone who leads from the front. And I would say it is basically an art of motivating group of people to act forward and achieving common goals in a business setting. And he is the one who is people's persons. He always helps out people. And similarly, a leader is the one who takes care of all the people, right? And he wants the right things to be done at the right time. And he set the directions, inspire people, has a vision, and create something new always, different in the world actually. And I remember I was watching one of the videos of Amir Khan. It was a Titan watch. So there is a desktop he goes and repairs for a person, and the person says, "Wow, you have got a nice uniform. You're wearing a tie and everything, and you must be earning good money and all those things. So in case my desktop doesn't work, whom I have to get in touch with?" So he says, "Sir, this is going to work for a longer time. I fixed it nicely." And he said, "Can I have your number?" So he hands over the card to him. The moment he sees his card, "Oh, you're a managing director of a company." He says, "Yes, I'm a managing director of a company. So there's no work which is small or big. Work is work, sir." And it shows that you're a true leader, actually, if you ask me. So this is important, that how do we showcase our strengths to people, how people look at us, how they get inspired from us as a leader. So you have to be a visionary, or maybe you have wisdom to ensure that you are taking care of people. You have to be a mentor for people, right? I'm sure all of you must be having a mentor. You have all the teachers out here, head of department is sitting here, professors are sitting there. They are also your mentors. They really, they facilitate you, they inspire you to, become something in life, help you to reach your goals. So I would say that. Again, I would say that there's a difference between manager and a leader. I've seen that. Managers, they don't, they just give the work and say, "Okay, do this work." They give more of instructions, right? But a leader works along with you. He looks at your performance. He sees what you're doing. So if you want to relate to it right now, I would say that your teachers are your leaders right now. They are the one who are shaping your life well. They are building your life. They are the one who are helping you to achieve your destination, reach your destination, achieve your goals. They're really excellent people. Okay, so moving on to the next slide, I'm going to talk about, Yeah, Raghi, can you go to the next slide, please? Thank you. So I would say that it's good to learn the leadership styles and even see how the things definitely change in lives and all. So we are going to talk about situational leadership also. The situational leadership is beautiful if you see a quadrant out here. So there are 4 quadrants. So what happens in S1, when we say S in directing, where this style is applicable, I've seen people, they are, I would say they're not willing to work also, and they do not have any skills also. So both things are, I would say that these people, they require lots of micromanagement, lots of direction from the leaders, and we call it directive style or directing style of leadership, wherein a leader gets into this and helps out people to, definitely start working and all. Coming to the second S2, coaching. Now, coaching happens that person is really willing, but to do our work, but doesn't have those skills or competency to do our job. So definitely as a leader definitely helps out to coach people. He gets into help them out, tell them, okay, you have to do all these things, 1, 2, 3, 4, move from here. And if I again relate to your teachers, they are also your coaches. They also help you. Okay, sir, I'm not able to understand this topic. Okay, fine, come here, I'll tell you. You are willing, but you do not have that understanding. So they also help you to understand things. Now coming to supportive one. Now, supportive one, what happens that here, I would say that people are not willing, but the people are, I would say not willing, but they don't have skills also, right? They are willing, but they don't have skills in a way. And then, you have to support them also in a way. You tell them, okay, I'm going to support you, man. Don't worry. We are there to support you. And coaching, again, if I relate supporting and coaching, they work very closely. So people sometimes have skills, but they do not want to work. People do not have, they have skills, but they don't want to work. And then people don't want to work and they have skills. There are 2 things. Now, the people who really want to work and don't have skills, so obviously we can polish them. But the people who have skills and they don't want to work, so self-motivation is not there within them. They have to be motivated to work towards that. They need support. They need lots of support. Okay, we are there to support you. You keep on motivating them. Okay, you're doing a good job. You check their work. Yes, you can do this job. Beautiful job done by you. Don't worry, you're doing a good job. Great, great, great. You keep on appreciating them. So as a leader, you must appreciate people. I've seen, teachers also, applauding. Okay, this guy has stood first in the class, so let's clap for him. So let's applaud, and he has done that. But there are people who have not done well in the examination. So that sets the tone for them. They have to somewhere change their style of, studying, or maybe they go back to the person, hey man, can you share how you have come first in the class? What is the different thing you have done, right? So those sharing the best practices also happen. As a leader, I have seen we have to ensure that we do the delegating part. Now, delegating comes when a person has got very high skills and high will to do a work, right? Now, what happens here, we always give, delegate the work. We can trust them and delegate the work to them because we know that this guy is really motivated. This guy will do wonders in life and he wants to go to the next level. He's ready for the next level also. So once as a leader, you delegate things to a person, the person starts delivering and he gets ready for the work and does a brilliant job and he keeps on getting awards also and everything. Others follow him actually. Then he becomes a leader. And I have seen when I was working as an executive long time back in Airtel, I used to see my managers, I used to see my supervisor, I used to even see my the CEO also used to come to us and spend time with us, do one-on-one sessions with us. He used to really motivate us, and he used to ask us, "What are the challenges you are facing?" And somebody said, "My job, it looks very monotonous, because whole day I'm sitting with a headset and taking calls. Sir, it becomes very monotonous for me." So he told, he said, "Why don't you do one thing? Why don't you go to billing department for a few days?" He said, "Fine, sir, I'm ready to do that." And you'll not believe it. The guy went to the billing department. He worked there for a week's time and he came back to the call center again. He said, "Sir, I can't do that." He said, "You said it was monotonous to work. Now I'm just changed your department to billing. You want to come back?" He says, "Sir, actually my team is here. I know the people here. I love this job. And billing was a new thing for me. I learned a few new things also. But, I feel that this is my job. I love this job. Though it's monotonous, but yes, still I love it, sir. I still want to do it, sir. because I really enjoy talking to people and all. Billing, I was not able to talk to more of the customers. I was just sitting in front of the system and making bills and invoices and doing corrections in the invoices. So I felt it, it was not my cup of tea. This is the one. So ultimately what happens, the leaders also gives us the good direction. That shows us how we can, go ahead and what things we can do it. Okay. So let's move to the next slide, Raghavi.
Yes, I think we have a video here. Would you like me to play this?
Yeah, sure. So before I play the video, Raghavi, you have to, you can play the video and I will ask you one by one. So we'll stop after every first clip. We have to stop and ask a question, which I'm going to ask quickly. It'll be a one. You can play the video, Raghavi. Are you able to do it?
Daman, I'm not able to do this here.
Okay, you're not able to do it. Let me do it from my end. Yeah, sure. Let me, you can just give me the control of the screen. I'll do that. Yeah. So I'll show the video to you. So are you able to see my screen, all of you? Are you guys able to see my screen?
No, I don't see.
You're not able to see it? Okay, let me check why it is that, because I clicked on that. Okay. Now can you see? No. Let me check again.
You're able to see present now?
Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, perfect. It is loading now.
It's loading now. Okay, great.
We are in, yeah.
Okay, so let me, just a minute, give me a minute.
Yes.
Okay, you're able to see it now. Let me play the video for you guys. Give me a minute. Yeah. Are you able to hear it?
I think it's not that perfect.
We're in the middle of practice, Leanne.
Thank you later.
Do you remember when we first met and you went to that horrible party town to buy your shirt and clothes? And I was a little bit scared. You told me not to worry about it because you had my back. You remember that? And if anyone tried to get to me, you would have stopped them, right? When you and SJ were in the car wreck, what did you do to the airbag?
Stopped it.
You stopped it. You stopped it. This team is your family, Michael. You have to protect them from those guys, okay? Listen. Okay. Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back, how you have his, okay? All right, come, go back. All right. Okalumpa here is your tailback. When you look at him, you think of SJ and how you've never let anyone or anything hurt him. You understand me? All right, go back. Got it?
What about Collins and Mr. Two?
Fine, they can be on the team too. Are you going to protect the family, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
Good boy. And we'll have some fun.
Okay, so what was the style, leadership style you call it out here? Anybody can write it down in the chat box. What was the leadership style you saw here? I mean, if you can tell me. Anyone can tell me. The audio is low. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll increase the volume. Is it okay now? I've increased the volume. You want me to play the video again? Or is it okay? I'll play the video again if you want.
Okay.
Baby, wash my stuff, all right?
Okay.
Well, at least they look good coming off the bus. They'll be terrified till they realize he's a marshmallow. Looks like Tarzan plays like Jane.
Give me a minute, Bert.
We're in the middle of practice, Leanne.
You can thank me later. Michael, do you remember when we first met and we went to that horrible part of town to buy you those dreadful clothes? And I was a little bit scared and you told me not to worry about it because you had my back. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And if anyone tried to get to me, you would have stopped them, right? And when you and SJ were in that car wreck, what did you do to the airbag?
Stopped it.
You stopped it. You stopped it. This team is your family, Michael. You have to protect them from those guys, okay? Listen. Okay. Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back, how you have his, okay? All right, Tony, go back. All right. Oompa-Loompa here is your tailback. When you look at him, you think of SJ and how you've never let anyone or anything hurt him. You understand me? All right, go back. Got it?
What about Collins and Mr. Too?
Fine, they can be on the team too. Are you going to protect the family, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
And go have some fun.
Okay, so what do you think? What was the situation leadership style here? Can anyone tell me? Write it down in the chat box. You can write in the chat box also. You were able to hear it, the video. So what was the style, situation leadership style? Anyone can tell me? It was directing. It was just directing because here the guy was totally with high skills and high will part. It was directing. Yeah, directing. You're not detecting, it's directing actually. Yeah. Thank you so much. Great. Let's move on to the next one quickly. Yeah.
Baby, wash my stuff, all right? Part of town to buy you those dreadful clothes. So now, to me, you would have stopped them, right?
Stopped it.
You stopped it. You stopped it. This team is your family, Michael. You have to protect them from those guys, okay? Listen. Okay. Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back, how you have his, okay? All right, Tony, go back. All right. Oompa-Loompa here is your tailback. When you look at him, you think of SJ and how you've never let anyone or anything hurt him. You understand me? All right, go back. All right, Jay, and how you've never let anyone. Got it?
What about Collins? Yes, ma'am.
Alma, check your battery. Give me an A, please. Okay. Try this. Close your eyes. Visualize yourself in a room full of people, silverware, people driving, stuff talking loud.
Yeah, Daman, do you hear me?
The trays going, what are you gonna
Yeah.
Can you just stop the video?
get up over all of that to be heard in the back of the room where I'm sitting, listening, straining to hear you, okay? Keep that in mind.
Yes, Daman?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the video is not going well because I feel the bandwidth is not supporting much. So maybe you can explain it and then we can take it further.
Sure. Okay.
Because I'm sure from different cities over there, the bandwidth will definitely
No
be
problem.
a problem. And it is not much clearer. Yeah, G. Right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's go with the video.
Let's go with the PPT. Yeah. So you can, I'll just stop sharing. You can share the screen, or should I do it? Okay, let me do it again.
I think carry forward, yeah.
Yeah. Sure. So, sorry guys, I think the video was very good. You can see this video. Maybe, we can send you this video through Soumya. Yeah, right. You can. Yeah. We'll send it to you. You go through it. It's a beautiful video. You get all the styles in this. So coming back to the qualities of an effective leader, communication, confidence, positivity, fairness, honesty, commitment, inspiring, and humility. So we have to be a good human being to be a good leader also. And if you ask me, if you're a good human being, you can become anything in life, which is very important. And communication, already like Raghavi told, it's very clearly will relate to the vision of a leader, how he's going to take his team, how he's going to communicate with them, how he's going to explain them things. It's very important. Now, coming to the confidence part, how do you build a confidence? Obviously, you have to build a confidence whenever you are there, you're presenting yourself in front of the corporate world. You need to be very confident. And to become a leader, obviously, they have gone through all the phases. Maybe, sometimes you have to stand in public and speak, or maybe you'll be asked to present something. Some people get really nervous and all. Nervousness is absolutely right. I understand first time. I was nervous when I gave my first speech in school. So I was nervous. Yes, it happens. So you have to build the confidence, ensuring that you know things very well. You at the back of your hand. Whenever you are talking, ensure that you are aware of everything. That gives you lots of confidence, right? Now, when we are talking right now here, we know most of the things. And when we are presenting something, that confidence really helps you out. Then coming to positivity, you need to be very positive in life. You have to be ensure that, we are positive, we are doing things in life, we are taking to the next level. And you have to be fair with people, right? Important. So fairness, honesty are very much interrelated, I would say that. If you're honest, you're fair, definitely people will start respecting you more, and you can take good decisions also. Commitment, you have to be committed. Anybody who's like, for example, I have seen people working in an organization for 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. They give their entire life to an organization. So the commitment level is very high, if you ask me. Inspiring. So people get really inspired when you listen to all the leaders in the world, like Modi ji was one, or maybe any other leader who's talking. We really get inspired for them. Even in an organization, if somebody is working, you see a leader, you get really inspired. You see your professors, you see your people, maybe principal, dean, when they are talking, you really get inspired. Wow, this guy's got so much of experience in life. He's really, inspiring us. Humility is very important, wherein we are good human beings. You have to be humble. The more you rise in your career, the more you become successful, be humble to people. And never forget you started from the scratch. Never ever forget your past. Because wherever you were, wherever you are right now, there is always a journey which has taken place. So example is not the main thing in influencing other, it is the only thing. You can influence people. Once you walk through the lane, people should look at you. Or maybe you're walking through the office, people should look at you. Wow, he's a leader. The word wow should come from their mouth. Okay. So that is then the wow experience, only you get it once you start, doing those things. Okay. So coming to responsibility quickly, I think we are running short of time, but yes, quickly I'll cover this. And when we say teacher responsibility, I've seen that teachers, they give instructions or just, give a lecture and finish off things. And students, whether they understood things or not, they don't look at it. They just give a lecture and go off. So I do it. Now, once you come to guided instructions, they definitely ensure that the students are understanding the concept. And, we have adult learning principles which are being followed many times. I also do that. I ensure that whenever I go and, take sessions for college students, I ensure that I give lots of examples to them. I create an impact and I ask them questions. Are you able to understand? And I really appreciate if people asking us questions, because that means they have understood few things they haven't understood. So this is a time to explain things to them. Okay. So guided instruction is something where the person, the teacher or the leader gets involved with people and then explain things to them from the scratch to the end. This is what you have to do. Collaborating learning is, again, you do it together, wherein, you are getting notes, you have got the guided instructions. Still, you in a group, you sit in a group and, start working with them. Maybe you find a leader in the group also who will tell you, okay, you have to do this thing. This is not right. We can do it. And collaborative learning is very nice. We used to have group studies also happening. I'm sure you're doing group studies also. So it is very important when you do these studies, you learn a lot of things from there actually. Yeah. So next is coming to independent learning. You do it alone, right? I have seen people, they want to, just sit in silo and just do their work, learn things and do so many things and all. And ultimately, the teacher is the one who plays a very important role. Maybe the manager also plays an important role. He goes and gives the feedback. Okay, these things you're doing very well. These you're not. We also call it sandwich feedback. So good thing, then obviously things where he has to improve upon, and third is again a good thing. So they ended on a good note, and then from there they move forward. Raghavi, I'm sorry I didn't ask you on the leadership. You want to add something on the responsibility thing? Raghu, would you like to
I
add
was
something?
on mute. Yeah, I just would really want to add just one liner because to me, I think all of us will have our own leaders. So if you would just like to type in the chat box, who is your leader? Who is your leader, guys? Just type in, because to me, for an example, I would say my father is my leader. Because see, a leader is not someone who is really a visionary leader who's known to everybody, but it can be anyone, your friends, even your parents. Looking at them, whom you feel that okay, I think I have the guts, I have the courage to really follow my dreams, to really focus on things, no matter what. No force in the world can really stop you if you're really courageous, if you're really sure that I want to do it. So somebody has had written that myself. Can you just type in your name also? Because that's the beautiful thing. I think I'm listening after a long time when someone says I'm here for myself. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
great.
good because looking at yourself, Soumya. Oh, I expected. Soumya is someone I've been working with her for past a few times, and she is really someone who can put in her own ideas and try things out. So I would say that's also a quality for leadership, being very honest to yourself and try out different things, irrespective of what results it can give you. So rest of you can also write in who is your leader. Can I expect people to write who are your leaders? It can be a parent, it can be anyone. So the point here is that choose wisely, understand who is your leader. If you're able to get that vibe from somebody, it will help you to focus on your goals much more easier. That's something a bit about I would like to add on here. Yes, Daman, over to you.
Yeah. So, Raghavi, it's your topic, teamwork. I'm just sharing my screen. You are able to see it, so maybe you can carry on. Or should I stop sharing? You'd like to share your screen?
This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, you can start from area
So,
because we are already running short of time. So I thought we move on to the next one. Yeah. Okay.
no issues, no issues.
Yeah.
And you also know that tomorrow again we'll have the continuity of the session.
Sure.
No mind that we need not rush as well. So
Yeah. No problems. No
we'll connect
problem. Yeah.
tomorrow.
We are good.
Yeah, so I'm sure people will connect with us tomorrow because connectivity is only going to bring us more stronger for
Correct.
days.
Correct.
So teamwork is something I believe that if you are able to, if someone is able to believe in my idea, and if suppose I'm going and pitching my idea, I would say even I'm trying to sell my idea to Daman and I'm talking about it. If Daman is believing in my idea, suppose Daman says that, okay, Raghavi, I'm able to see the vision you are able to see. Say it for a 1 year or for tomorrow or for a month. That's where the connectivity brings in. So someone who's able to believe, and you need to make sure that the team works only if you believe in each other. If there are 5 people in a group and the 5 of them are able to see the vision for what they're really working on, I'm sure you're going to do it. So ball is in your court. That's how it will say. So there are 3 important C's which is written in your screen: coordination, cooperation, and collaboration. If you make sure there is a coordination, and how it can happen if you believe in your thoughts, if you are able to see that this is my goal and this is our objective to reach, and we are clear how we can do that, is also an example here where you can put it in pointers that the ways we can make it done. Cooperation, you all need to cooperate with each other. That's the beauty of anything we do it in our life. If you're not cooperating with your family, the day cannot be better. If you're not cooperating with your friends or in your work or anywhere, even right now what we are doing is cooperating with each other. Do you believe in this? I'm sure we are cooperating with each other irrespective. See, each person is different, but right now everybody is in the same board of cooperating and understanding that let us do a teamwork. And today this webinar is happening just because of the delegates from Bishop College, teachers and all the faculties, and as well as students in charge. So there is a teamwork evolved and brought this picture in front of you. This can only happen if you believe in each other and plan things well. And that's where the collaborative works comes in. So I just feel that let us focus on these C's, and most importantly, people will tell you too many things, but until and unless you don't try it, you don't apply it, you are not going to see the results. So let me really tell you, I think I'll get back to the first point which I said initially, that don't expect spoon feeding, guys, because you need to make sure that you need to apply without thinking, is it going to give me a result or not? So even if you're successful, don't mind taking risk. Keep doing it, keep trying it, and then understand that which is best, which is not working, and which place you're really good at. So that's where teamwork plays an important role, and where responsibility also connect here. What is responsibility is where each one of us know that why am I doing this to anybody? Am I responsible to my environment? Am I responsible to my parents? Responsibility doesn't mean that how much you're earning, how much you're able to take care of your family, but it is also how much you're really responsible towards your environment, how much you're really able to pass the healthy vibes to anybody for that matter. So I think I would just like to wind up by saying this. So Daman, if you would like to add some slides to it.
So I would say that responsible behavior is made up of 5 elements, very important ones. So honesty, compassion, respect, fairness, accountability. And I would say that this is important, and even courage also. So when we talk about responsibility, we have social responsibility also. We do something for the society. Now Corona is happening. I've seen many people helping the old age, there are people, old people actually in a way. So they are not able to move out of the houses. I've seen people bringing things to them. So this is again a gesture which is coming up. So again, we are definitely, this is a time which is there. So we have to ensure that we wear mask and we can sanitize ourselves, ensuring that the Corona is there. So again, this is a part of responsibility. And another thing I would like to end with a good note that, the quitter never wins and winner never quits. Always remember these 2 lines. I always write these lines in front of my desktop. It's always there. So any situation comes to you in your life, never quit from that situation. Face the situation and come out of that. Definitely. The moment you run away from that, it is going to come on you. Again, that's a part of responsibility. Yeah. Thank you so much, Raghavi. Over to you.
Yeah, I think we are end with today's agenda because we have planned it, and tomorrow maybe covering up the rest of the thoughts, and I'm sure the insights is going to help you only when you are able to think. So it has been a great time for whatever time we could able to manage here. So over to you, Sound. We are open to Q&A as well now. Yes, thank you, ma'am. Just to add on here, guys, it can be any questions. உங்க மைண்ட்ல இல்ல உங்க தாட்ஸ்ல இல்ல இன்னைக்கு நடந்த விஷயம்ல உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு தாட்ஸ் இருந்தா கூட நீங்க கேட்கலாம். It cannot relate to subject because we are here to answer for what we experienced. So let's be realistic. Any doubts or any thoughts or anything you want to ask us, we will be definitely able to answer it at best. You can type it in the chat box as well if you're not comfortable speaking.
Any questions, anyone? Most welcome to write down in the chat box. We're waiting. Thank you so much. And in case you have anything right now, otherwise tomorrow also we are coming up. So you can ask us tomorrow. Anything comes to your mind tomorrow. So, tomorrow again, we're going to have question answers at end of the session. And we ensure that we are able to answer most of the questions for you. So it depends on the question you want to ask. But yes, we are there for opening, any question you have. Yeah, please.
Yes, I understand asking students suddenly, come up with questions is a very...
Yeah. No problem.
All of you can just set back and get, you can plan your questions, even take time, and because we are going to meet again, it's not the end of the session, it is not end of the day. You're going to meet up tomorrow as well, all of you, and I'm sure that's going to be much more better than today, and we will be able to plan it easier. So if you have questions, you can type in. Otherwise, I think we would be able to proceed further for the day. So I think Soumya, you can take a call on that. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, Soumya. Thank you.